Hello, how are you? I hope you're good. Today I am here to share with you my TBR for N.E.W.T 2019 and also share some links to some really cool, really awesome recommendation videos and blog posts. If you're new and you are just stumbling across the whole shebang of Harry Potter Read-a-thon, I will link the announcement video down below that will explain everything and have all the links for frequently asked questions and previous videos, so basically that is the place to start. As I said, link below, I will have a couple of house recs for certain subjects. So I asked on Twitter a while back if anyone would like to get slightly involved just for some like recommendations, and I vastly underestimated the number of you guys who would like to do something. Because this was a very last minute, I only selected a couple, but hopefully next year I can select more people to do this as well. But I basically asked a couple of YouTubers and a couple of book bloggers from the particular houses to come together and recommend 9 books that would basically be recommendations for 3 subjects. So I split it between the houses so it wouldn't be overwhelming, because otherwise that is 36 books and that is a lot of books. But I wanted to have some recommendations for people to, if they're looking for a particular prompt and they don't really know what to read, and it's always useful to hear from other people what books they enjoyed and what books they think would pretty much be liked by a lot of people if they read it and it also fits into that particular prompt. I would highly recommend checking all of the lists out, but if you're looking for something in particular, I will tell you the list for what subjects, what houses recommend, so you can then selectively check what you want to see. So Gryffindors have provided recommendations for Ancient Runes, Defense Against the Dark Arts, and Transfiguration. Ravenclaws are recommending reads for Astronomy, Charms, and Divination. Hufflepuffs are doing Care of Magical Creatures, Herbology, and Muggle Studies, and then Slytherins are responsible for Arithmancy, History of Magic, and Potions. So if you're looking for something in particular, you can go to the representing house. I am pre-filming this, so I haven't seen the list myself, but I'm very excited. I would also like to thank the people who did want to participate and also those who are producing recommendations. Thank you so much for your enthusiasm and also just your help. I hope you enjoyed doing it, and I highly recommend you guys check their platforms out. Maybe you'll find a new favorite, who knows. Moving on to my TBR, I actually have selected only the things that I will need for my career. So the thing I'm going for is Curse Breaker, and for that I need O in Ancient Runes, O in Arithmancy, E in Defense Against the Dark Arts, and an A in Charms, which means that I need 6, 7, 8, 9 books. If I somehow manage to read more than this, I will just go with the flow, and at that particular time I will just select something that fits one of the prompts of maybe something that I want to have a higher grade in. But the way this year has been going, I'm just not that optimistic. So this is probably going to be challenging as it is for me, so I'm just not setting myself up for a failure, hopefully. Questionable, we'll see. For Ancient Runes I have to do all 3 prompts. So for the first one is Ehwa, Partnership, read recommended by a friend, and of course that's the bottom. And I am going for The Wicked King by Holly Black. This is a series that Anissa, my friend, is obsessed with, and I really want to get to this before the last book comes out. I have read the first one a while back and I really enjoyed it, even though I thought I won't enjoy it as much. But it's basically about a girl who is taken to a fairyland, but this fairyland is extremely cruel and definitely not like any fairyland you would imagine. There's this very intense battle against like Stockholm Syndrome, and it was just a good fun as well. We have some plot twists, we have some political intrigue. Oh my god, a squirrel. Cute. I actually have picked this up in the past, but I've only read 70 pages and I can't remember anything, so I will be restarting this particular one, and I just want to get it done pretty much in time for Queen of Nothing. Another reason I actually picked this one is because with The Cruel Prince I started reading it and then I couldn't put it down, and if this is gonna be similar, I really need that. I really need that in general, but also for the read-a-thon. I'm just basically hoping for the best case scenario here. For exceeded expectations, it is book written in the past tense, and I am going with Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. If you remember from the announcement video, I did mention that I'm gonna be theming a little bit around which year we're doing the Newts and the Owls in, which this year is the second year, so I thought it would be cool to just grab the second book of Harry Potter. It's not like I need to reread the first one, I haven't read it like probably over 100 times, so I can just skip to the second one. And I actually I do think I read the first one at some point earlier this year. It would be good to refresh before the movie or even after the movie, just to see maybe something will pop up into my mind for the additional little readathons. I do have some ideas, but you know, it's a good refresher. It is written in past tense, hence it qualifies. I might actually swap this between the physical and the audiobook because I love Stephen Fry's narration, and I don't think I actually have anything else on audiobook for this readathon so far, maybe? I don't know, we'll see. So that is the book that I picked for this prompt. Now for the book that has been on my TBR for ages. This is more of a book that has been on my shelves for basically almost the longest, and that is a copy of Axe Cop. Axe Cop has been a hilarious online comic that was illustrated by an older brother and written by I think a 9-year-old at that time, and me and Logan has stumbled upon that and then just fallen in love with the whole thing, and it was hilarious. It's about this cop that whenever he gets a splash of blood from something that he chopped, because axe, he gets the powers of that. It's very simplistic system as a 9-year-old would come up with, and it was hilarious. And I think this, oh my god, the squirrel is back, just so floofy. Anyway, this has been one of the first things that we got this in a Comic-Con that we went to ages and ages ago. I think maybe even before that. It has been on my shelves for a very long time, and I think sufficient time has passed now for me to forget the comic. Like, I honestly don't remember the plot of anything. It would be really fun to technically reread that, but I think on the website it was white and black, whereas this is like full color. So I'm excited. It was a really fun read back then. I don't know, maybe my taste has changed, so that's gonna be interesting as well. But moving on to arithmancy, I need a book that ends on an even page number. This one is actually Sorcery of Thorns, because this is the book that is the book for Read, Rate, Review book club that's gonna happen in September, but the book is for July and August. I think it's gonna happen in September. Anyway, this has won between the nominations, which was my nomination, so I really hope people like it. I don't know much about it other than it is about a girl who is in this ancient library, maybe ancient, I'm not sure if it's ancient, in a library filled with some books that basically turn evil, and then she has to work with her like nemesis to solve whatever comes out of that. And I mean, I hear library and possibly hate to love, and I mean, count me in. The very last numbered page in this book is 456, which is an even page number. Hooray! For an exceeded expectations, I need to read a standalone, which I have selected An Absolute Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. I have been pretty much only hearing positive things about this book, and I'm very excited about it. It's, I think, half about this girl getting famous of finding these mysterious statues, so I don't know what those statues are about. Are they like otherworldly, or are they just some sort of artsy expression? I don't know. I haven't read the book yet, and thankfully I haven't gotten spoiled for it either. And half about dealing with that fame online and being reliable on online platforms, I think, which would be very interesting to explore. I wanted to throw in, I don't know if this technically counts as a sci-fi or not. It all depends on those mysterious statues that popped up all over the world, and then she was the first to record, I think. Oh, here goes my prompts. I mean, I could check if it's a sci-fi or not, but I don't wanna. So I'm really excited about this one. I actually wanted to read it a while back, but it just got pushed by other books, and I think it's about time for me to do that. And as far as I know, this is a standalone, so I really hope I'm not mistaken, because I have my mind set on reading this. Then for outstanding, I'm supposed to read a book that's longer than 350 pages. However, I am using my cheeky Confundus charm from a Forbidden Library, and I am replacing that with Spellslinger, which technically is longer than 350 pages. So it's not like I really cheated. I really did not use this to my best advantage. I could have used it instead of over 500 pages, but I actually don't need that mark, so you know, I'm using it for the prompt that it already fulfills. So if anything, I don't know, 10 points to Gryffindor, I don't know. Spellslinger is the book that we are reading together, and we can then discuss it on the live stream, which hopefully is going to be on the 31st of August, but to be confirmed on Twitter later on, but after August for sure. I'm very excited to speak about this with you. I only heard a couple of negative reviews from you guys after the announcement, but the majority who have already read it were really excited about us all reading it as well, because they love the book, and I hope those who have already read it will still join us or reread it. I'm very excited. This is Jay's and AJ's one of their favorite books, so I'm very just intrigued, excited. Spellslinger seems to really fit into the whole Hogwarts magic vibe. Maybe not Hogwarts, but magic. It has spell in the name. Then I need an acceptable in charms, and for that I need a book. Read a book that you think has a gorgeous cover, which thankfully is very objective, so I absolutely love this cover, and this has also been a gift from Gab, which just makes it a little bit extra special, but it is Descender Volume 4, and I'm so bloody excited to continue with the series. You guys probably know, if you've seen my previous videos, how much I love the series. I really got punched in the feels, man, in the 3rd volume, and I just need to know what happens, because in the 3rd volume we don't actually plot-wise, we don't really move forward, it's more of a backstory volume. So I'm very excited to see what happens. Hopefully it still continues to be one of my favorite comic series. We'll see. And then the last 2 grades that I have that I need for my career, I have for acceptable in defense against the dark arts, I need a book that's black under the dust cover, and that's another book that I'm so excited about, and I think that just like basically sums up my choices for this readathon. I just needed books that I'm very excited about, so I was very picky and needed books that I'm like genuinely really cannot wait to read. And this one is Recursion by Blake Crouch. Blake Crouch has written one of my absolute favorite book, Dark Matter. I have been like gushing about it non-stop here, so I won't now, but also read it. The thing is, this was an author buy. I do not know what it is about, and I am terrified of being spoiled what this is actually about, so I don't want to know anything. It's a thriller, so the less I know the better. I trust him because of that book. We'll see if this is an author thing or if it was a fling or a one-off, like a one-night stand with that book, because it was. I read it in one night, which is unusual. I'm very excited, slightly scared that I won't like it. I'm trying not to think that I like it as much. That was very much written with themes that I personally really like, so it's not necessarily gonna be the same with this. I did, however, hear someone say that it is very similar to Dark Matter, which for some people is a negative, but for me, I'm just like, I don't care. I would reread that if I didn't know what already is gonna happen, you know? So if this is similar, sign me the heck up. And then the last one was for Gilderoy's Lockhart Memory Charm, which is the first book that you think of your TBR. And when I was setting this, the first one that I thought about was V.E. Schwab's The Steel Prince graphic novel. I also definitely understand people blanking with that, because when it came up, even though I wrote the prompts and I knew that it's gonna come up for me, I forgot everything that I wanted to read ever. I'm extremely glad this popped up into my mind, because it is a graphic novel, and actually I don't have many of them in there, which is unusual for my style of these readathons, because your girl has only read like 23 or something books in total for the whole year so far, by the time that I'm doing this. And I have a lot of books here, so... But I'm also really banking to get out of this like little slump I've been having, I suppose, and just have a good reading month. I'm really hoping for that. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen, but a girl can dream. But that is my list. Let me know what you have picked and how many NEWTs are you expecting yourselves to sit. I will be very happy and content if I just do these 9. If I do more, then that's a bonus. If I do less, then I will try for the career next year. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Don't forget to check out the recommendations linked down below as well. There's plenty of them, so I hope you'll find what you're looking for. Don't forget to join us on the magical Twitter if you haven't already. It will link, that's always linked down below in the description bar as well. Best of luck at the NEWTs. I don't know if there's gonna be another video talking about the NEWTs on the channel, so if not, then best of luck. If anything at all changes in my TBR during the NEWTs, I will be vlogging weekly as I usually do for these ones, and yeah. Let me know if you have any books that I have on my TBR on yours as well, because that's always fun. Thank you so much for watching. Stay awesome, stay kind, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!